It's a live look at us here at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Up next, a contest that keeps things all in the NFC. It's the Green Bay Packers and the New York Giants. Glad you could join us, everyone. Alongside Brock Hewitt up in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And this contest isn't quite the level matchup that typical good games are born from, partner. One side clearly favored over the other.
Yeah, well, you know where this comes from? A trap game. That's where this comes from.
Yeah.
In any sport, from the NFL to basketball to soccer, playing at home, we know this can be the great equalizer that gives the steepest underdogs a fighting chance, and you can feel it in the building today.
I was going to say, you can already hear this home crowd rally in support of that upset. Here's Brandon McManus to get this one going. And we're off from MetLife. Gunnar Olszewski now to return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. So out come the Giants. Their first drive of the game coming up. And bringing them out, one of two quarterbacks taken in the first round of this year's draft. Out of Ole Miss, it's Jackson Dart.
One of the really cool things about Jackson Dart's career, both high school and college, is every step of the way he just kept getting better. And that's what the great pros do. Joe Burrow, Lamar, Josh Allen, they never rest on their laurels. They're constantly striving to be excellent. That's exactly what Jackson Dart did collegiately and what he'll have to do professionally.
Has a man on target to Johnson. And he will get this inside the 30.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Play action with Dart. Catch is made. It's Jalen Hyatt. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. A good pass from the rookie out of Ole Miss, and it gets him a first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Dart. Now he takes it, and he gives himself up after a short gain.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Out of the gun this time, here's Dart. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that takes them to 3rd down. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
On 4th down, we'll see Graham Gano lead the Giants field goal unit out. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. The kick by Gano is good. And our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
Not quite the same roar out of the crowd, Kate, that you're going to get with a touchdown, but still plenty of noise coming down, and that defense now gets to take the field with a lead.
Gano ready to send this away. Return coming from the 6. He's going to reach that 34-yard line before he stopped. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. And bringing them out now in his 6th year here in the NFL. Brock, his 3rd as a starter from Utah State. It's Jordan Love.
What's cool about Jordan's story, too, Kate, is he's officially moved beyond the story of how his career began, of sitting and waiting for his opportunity to shine. Now we just get to celebrate all these shining moments, showing off the talent that he's got.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Javon Holland there to make the stop.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Going run again with Jacobs. That's a pickup of 9. And it'll be first down, Packers.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Packers first down.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Catch made. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Love now off the play action. Completes this one to Kraft. And they don't get any help on this 2nd down, Brock. He is out right along the line, so no gain.
You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. They're finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
Throwing his love on 3rd. He's got his man. This is Kraft. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
First down. A gain of 19 yards. And a Packer first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Opening script working game busters so far. 1st and 10 now at the 29. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
Dom's the man in motion right. Going to the ground again on 1st. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Love. Stepping up and he's going to run.
As a quarterback, Kate, you got to hope that those crumbs don't just lead to the cookie in the passing game. A short scramble like that may open up a bigger one down the road.
This is going to be play number 9 of this drive, and we could see a 10th if they can get a yard here on 3rd down. On the sneak, it's Love. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
Ooh, this is where the coach gets paid to make the decision for the offense. If they're stopping you short on a 3rd down sneak, you better think a while before going for it.
On comes Brandon McManus now to try this field goal for the Packers. Only a 20-yarder here. McManus sends it through. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Coverage coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Giants taking the field for their second possession. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Giants lining things up. 1st and 10. Let's start on the ground here. Tracy. Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. Packers pick it up. And Green Bay takes this one back for the touchdown. The Packers parlay the turnover into a lead. Step 1 is just making the hit, Brock. Step 2, trying to knock the football out with that hit, and they were even fortunate enough to get to step 3, weren't they? Taking that fumble all the way back for a touchdown.
And just look at them. I love the joy. The unit that doesn't get to celebrate in the end zone all too often, they will welcome the chance to be the guys running it in for a change. Cue up the group celebration, and boys, go enjoy the moment.
While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover.
Play is under review.
Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. After a fortuitous recovery, this will be 2nd down. From the gun, here's Dart. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Putting the tight end in motion. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. They connect on the deep shot. He does it. Touchdown, New York. The Giants break the tie here in the 1st. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants break that tie and now lead by 7.
Packers 3.
Gano ready to send this away. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Green Bay offense returning to the field for their 2nd possession. They managed 3 on their last drive, but down inside the red zone, disappointing not to come away with a touchdown. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Love on the play fake. That's run out right by Golden. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Jacobs gets it on the drum. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Brian Burns coming up with the stop.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of reaction time you want when you face a draw play. They broke on it shortly after the draw started, and they contained it to a minimal gain.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. They'll air it out on 3rd. And downfield, he's got it. So that's Dobbs. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. A gain of 27 yards there. And it'll be first down, Packers.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
1st and 10 from the 41. On the option, it's Jacobs. Breaks the tackle. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
Packers first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Love out of the shotgun. Has it at the 7. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers make it a 1-point game. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Brandon McManus on for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Packers tie things 10-10. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Return starts at the 3. Finds some space, he's past the 30. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down.
At their own 36-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Back to throw, here starts. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. This has the makings of a shootout, a lot of points, but still tied as we reach the end of one. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They're looking at second and pretty short. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. Rolling into enemy territory. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Giants will have a first down.
The Giants, first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Now go play action. Here's Dart. He brings it in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 36-yard line.
Second and 3 now. From the gun, it's Tracy. He dodged the tackle. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
On first down, here's Dart. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Here's second and 10 from the 21. Dart out of the shotgun. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
7th play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6. Now throw, 3rd and long. The back grabs it. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down. And they've got themselves a 1st and goal.
That's another Giants first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
They charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
He keeps the option on 2nd and goal. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
On 3rd and goal, it's Dart. We've got a screen to the running back. Touchdown, New York! The Giants take a second quarter lead. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Gano for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants break that tie and now lead by 7.
Packers 10.
Gano ready to send this away. Here comes Williams on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Takes the handoff, now Love. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Connects on the crosser. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Cut down the field, Golden. And they're going to have it all the way down near the 25.
Golden! It's a gain of 40. That's another Packers 1st down. A gain of 40 yards. 1st down.
That's just
Green
awesome,
Bay.
Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
1st down throw. Here's Love. This is on target to Christian Watson. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Hey, I know 3rd and 1 feels like an automatic running down, but after seeing that last play yield you nothing, this offense and that coordinator's got a seed of doubt. This defense playing some mind games with them.
7th play of the drive now as they need a yard here on 3rd down. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He's running for it. And they're going to love that partner as Love slides down after picking up the 1st.
It's a gain of 8. That's another Packers 1st down. An 8-yard pickup.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on it.
And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Love from the gun. Did not like what he was seeing, Bronson. He's just going to hurl this one away.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, at the end of time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. They send the tight end in motion. Third and long, here's Love. Pass it down close. It's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Christian Watson with the touchdown. We've seen him do a lot more to reach the end zone on a catch, Brock. That one was kind of fed right to him.
Yeah, they say the running backs have a nose for the end zone. You know who else does? Every skill guy out there,
Yeah.
because they want to put a touchdown on the board.
McManus on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers make it 17 all.
17.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Has this at the 6. This makes it up to the 25. Here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. And with each team coming off a touchdown and scoring well early on, we've got the makings of a barn burner here, Brock, if they can keep this up.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, as an offense, it doesn't mean you over-try, but you just know, hey, man, our defense is having a hard time slowing them down, and we've got to step on that accelerator.
The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion here left. Target to Johnson. And he has it all the way down to the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 45 yards. And the Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Here's Tracy on 1st down. That is exactly why you rally to the football. He got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss. Offense to the line, 2nd down. And he could have a free play here. Sends this to the end zone. Well, they saw someone jump. They took their shot deep. Didn't get the connection, but they got the call. A free 5 yards coming with them. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Still 2nd down.
Here comes 2nd and 8 after that penalty. Play action with Dart. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
That's a veteran move right there by a rookie quarterback. You see so many rookies, we do, Kate, who try to play hero ball and force things in every single spot. But he's already wise enough to know how to throw it away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
For the Giants field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
The kick by Gano is good. And they've taken back the lead.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Gano ready to send this away. Here comes Williams on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Now here comes the Green Bay offense. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. To the air with Love. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Love. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. The Packers take their first time out. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Throwing on 1st down, Love. Kraft has it. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives them a 1st down.
A gain of 30. 1st down, Green Bay.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that can stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes, and what a difference it can make for an offense.
Brought in by his back, it's Jacobs. And not much doing, he stopped quickly.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Throwing again, Love. Finds him over the middle. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's its 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete. Couldn't make the hook up with Matthew Golden. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Once more, it's Love. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Now it's Brandon McManus to attempt this Packers field goal. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. McManus sends it through, and it'll knock this game up late in the second quarter.
Okay, that's just an excellent play call to get a chunk of yards and set up that field goal before halftime. Job well done.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback. And this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Looking to throw. This final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the third quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, thanks for that hard work, Scott. These two teams ready to break this tie as we welcome you back for the third quarter. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Here comes Williams on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Here's the Packer offense headed out to start the third quarter. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Now Love on the play fake. He's going to tuck it and run.
Pete, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But Annette's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Second and 3 now. Running right, here's Jacobs. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
They send a receiver in motion right. Incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Love. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Trying to find Matthew Golden. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Short pass brought in, and he's tackled for a short gain.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Giants about to get to work on offense. And in a tie game, we've been sensing a breakthrough coming, Brock. Might this be the drive where we finally see one side get the edge over the other?
Well, if it is, Kate, you know and I know it's about play-to-play execution, and more than likely, making sure they can convert in some of those situational downs.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Handoff to Tracy. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate, training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun this time. Here's Dart. He isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the first down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Nickel look by the Packers on 3rd down. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. There's one that's about 4, but he's still well shy of that marker. It's 4th down.
Well, Kate, that's a white flag waving if I've ever seen one. I'm not sure I saw any avenue with that run play that was going to result in a first down. It felt more like the coordinator saying, well, you earned that call by the mishaps on 1st and 2nd down.
The Giants ready to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And they're playing with a chance to take the lead right here. Get a nice little cushion in what has been an otherwise really close game.
Yeah, and really the mindset, Kate, is this has got to be the drive. When you break the huddle, you look at each other and say, right now, these are the moments that tilt the game in our favor. Because you know if you don't get it done, you've given your opponent that opportunity.
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. Love now off the play action. Rose caught. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Running on 1st here with Jacobs. A lot of space ahead. Down to the 10. That's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they could take it to the house.
McManus on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Giants 20.
On now is McManus to kick this away. On the return, here comes Olszewski. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Giants and Jackson Dart set to go back on offense. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. This gets forward to around the 29. Brought down by Quay Walker.
That's what they call staring down the gun barrel. You know as a quarterback, you're about to get absolutely blasted, but you got to deliver an accurate throw just like that.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. They cross the 40. Nice run there. And he gets it forward all the way to the 44. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Giants will have a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Option play. They're going to give it to Tracy. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers side of the field. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
It's Tracy on 2nd down. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
7-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Third and a lone yard coming up. On the sneak, here's Dart. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Now go play action. Here's Dart. This is taken in by Slayton on the right side. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
On 1st and 10, here's Dart. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it sets up 2nd down.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Second and 10 now. Here's Dart. Incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
10 yards to go.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
3rd down now. Here's Dart. team. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Giants, first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10. A give to Tracy up the middle. Wasn't a fan of what was ahead there, Brock, but the bounce outside doesn't fare any better. He gets a lone yard at second 10.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the Packers' 17-yard line.
Throwing off the play fake. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. They'll throw, third and long. On the move, headed right. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a fourth down.
On fourth down, we'll see Graham Gano lead the Giants field goal unit out. A very short kick here from the right hash. The kick by Gano is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Listen, all he could do is make the kicks he's called out there to make. They need extra points from him, but for now, he's able to handle his third field goal of the game and just inch them a little bit closer.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Packers getting set here. First and 10. Play action. Love. Connects on the crosser. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end, because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Love with it on first down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backward. Second down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Need to get that yardage back and a little bit more, too. It's second and 14. Love from the gun. That pass is taken in by Golden. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46.
It's a gain of 20.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. The Packers with it. They have the lead late, but this game is close. New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st and 10, here's Love. He's got it. And he's brought down after a short gain.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Giants' 45-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing, it's Love. This one's caught. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Loves to throw again. Has his man. It stops. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That's another Packers first down.
Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Finds him on the crossing route. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. 16 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Packers.
Packers first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Completes this one to Kraft. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers now lead by 10. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
McManus on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers drive their lead to 11.
Giants 23.
On now is McManus to kick this away. On the return, here comes Olszewski. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now here comes the New York offense. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. First call here coming from the shotgun. Putting a receiver in motion. On the handoff, this is Tracy. the whole way down to the 11-yard line.
63 yards the gain on the play. And the Giants first down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
What an injection of momentum for the offense on that play. With the energy boost in a much shorter field, I predict it's not going to be long, Kate, till they finish this series off.
First down, and they go right back to it. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Here's Tracy once more. He hits the lane for about 7. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
3rd and just 2 to go. Here's Singletary on the toss. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Giants now within 1 score in the 4th. Singletary with the touchdown. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff.
Yep.
Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Giants offense and dart looking to get 2 more here.
The Giants will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They send him straight up the middle. And he's into the end zone, so the 2-point try pays off. They cut the deficit to just a field goal here in the 4th.
31.
Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Here comes Williams on the return. Jukes away from one. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Love out of the shotgun. Caught, nice gain left side. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
That's good for a Packers first down.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from first down to first down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
Only took him 1 play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Shotgun now for Love. Catch made over the middle. And the tackle tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
It's a gain of
They gain 14 on the
yards.
play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
A gain of 14.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. Finds a nice lane there, and that's good for 6 yards.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. They stick with Jacobs. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. He's got his man. This is Kraft. And they bring him down around the 34. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
That's another Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Thrown on first down, Love. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Well, this goes for every player in every sport, Brock. Fatigue in the 4th quarter. So that can mean dropped interceptions just as much as it can mean a dropped catch, too.
And believe it or not, Kate, quarterbacks, they can get fatigued too.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much physically as their buddies running around and hitting, but mentally. You just get tired there as a passer. You start to assume, and that's a dangerous place to play.
Well, another target there for one of the busiest members of this offense, but this one nearly ended in disaster.
Yeah, kind of become a victim of his own success, right? They're keying on him extensively now, knowing that ball could be headed his way, and that time it should have been a takeaway.
Avoided one crisis on the dropped pick. Now they're facing another, 3rd and long. Back to throw it. Pass brought in by Watson. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Packers.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Tight end going in motion here. Quick throw out wide by Love. And this one does not go far.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 19-yard line.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Stick it in the air. Love. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. He's back to throw. And he scores. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers make it a 9-point advantage. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
McManus on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers make it a 10-point ball game.
41. Giants 31.
On now is McManus to kick this away. He fields it from the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Giants and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be sky high right now.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Dart. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Giants down by 10. 2nd and 3 now. They motion the tight end over. Out of the gun this time, here's Dart. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Now to throw. He'll make a big for it on the ground. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. He's keeping it again. There's that slide at the end, Brock. Good decision-making there as he picks up close to 8 on that run.
8 yards on
the Giants using their first timeout as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Dart out of the shotgun. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Looking for his wide receiver there. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Pass brought in by Slayton. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
On 1st and 10, here's Dart. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You trade a little bit of speed, sure, but you sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Dart going to throw again. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And Dart's got him a fresh set of downs there as he slides to a stop.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Dart. Hits him on the out route. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Complete to Jalen
Hey,
Hyatt.
Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. Second and 6 coming up here. Your start now. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. Officials signaling for timeouts, and with 5 seconds remaining, just one last play left in this one.
14 yards.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Four downs to get this across. Here's first and goal. Throwing from the gun here. And he is in for the touchdown! Still unlikely, Brock, but it's not entirely over just yet with this score. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And now for the point after, and crucially to bring things within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal will tie this game in the fourth.
Packers 41, Giants 38.
So we're down to a 3-point game, and now gonna try to get it back in pursuit of a game-tying field goal. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. So it's the visiting Packers who pick up the win. Well, Brock, they pulled out the win, but can't be feeling too good about it. Felt like they should have beat this squad a lot more convincingly than they did.
Hey, I get it. On paper, this was a lopsided contest, but you don't play these games on paper, and this team brought everything they had. No such thing as a guaranteed win in the NFL. So it was a little too close for comfort, I got it. But more importantly, they still got the dub.
Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are your winners as we say so long from New York.